Hi, my name is George. If you don't already know, I am currently an underwriter and a certified mortgage underwriter. In today's topic, we're going to go ahead and be talking about Experian Boost and why you should not get that product or service. It's just a waste of your time to help you improve your credit. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. We're just going to get to it just so you know. So what is currently Experian Boost? So Experian Boost is pretty much a service that's provided by Experian, which essentially you can report your utility bills or other non-traditional credits such as your cell phone bill, again, utility bills like gas and electric, water. Also, I'm seeing that you can now report like your Netflix and Hulu accounts and other non-traditional accounts that you don't see on your credit reports, because things that report on your credit report are things like personal loans, credit cards, a mortgage, or an auto loan. Things that require a social, really, is what it really comes down to. That report on your credit report. And then with Experian Boost, they just give you another way that can help you increase your credit. And I'm gonna go ahead and be breaking that down in about now. All right. So with Experian Boost, there's pretty much a pros and cons list when it comes to it. The pro is obviously that it helps you increase your credit, which also that's the whole point of the product and service, is to help you increase your credit. But writing down and trying to look at any other pros, it just wasn't viable. That was all that I could get out of this service. And I was just like, wow, just one pro and just a list of cons that I was able to go ahead and find. So essentially, again, with Experian, it's definitely a big waste of your time for you to go ahead and invest into it. Here's the first reason why not to invest into an Experian Boost. One, it does not help your credit from a lender perspective. So what I mean about that is, okay, let's see if you wanted to go buy a car the next day, and you don't have the best credit score, you have a 600, and you start reporting your utilities statement, your electricity bill. That is not going to help you increase your odds of being approved for a loan. And that's something that is very frustrating that I don't like about it, is that it gets promoted like it's supposed to help your credit, but it's not going to help you be more, increase your odds of being approved for a loan as per se. Why? As a person that has done these different type of loans, so anything we're talking about from personal loans, auto loans, ATV, motorcycles, mortgages, lines of credits, you name it, those type of loans I have looked at and approved or denied based off what I see. But never in my career have I said, this guy has late payments, charged off maybe an auto loan a couple years ago, and said, but he's been paying his electricity bill on time. Like, it's not heard of. Why would I want to? Why would I want to approve a loan that the only thing I'm seeing is potentially just your electricity bill as a way of that your credit was it's currently being reestablished? Or even people that, let's say if you have good credit, or let's just say you have a decent credit that's just still in the low 600s, but you have an auto loan, your credit cards are overutilized, etc. Let's say if you do this to help you even increase your credit score. Again, if you're going to be applying for a loan, this type of product or service is not going to go ahead and work out for you, because it's just not something that an underwriter is going to take into consideration. Because again, it's a product, or not a product, but a utility statement doesn't show a payment history like it would be for an auto loan. For an auto loan, you borrowed money. And then because you're borrowing the money, us as underwriters, we're going to see how you repay that loan throughout the process, how much you've been paying it down, have you been late, are you looking to want to get into a bigger auto loan. So things like that of those nature is why a loan is better over using a product or service as Experian Boost. And don't get me wrong, I like that they're trying new innovative stuff to help you with your credit. But I personally feel like this is not the right way, in the right direction to go ahead and be going. All right, another one. Because I've worked with about 5 different lenders doing underwriting. Some of them have been with under one bank that owns and has a hand in different banks. So essentially, when I was doing underwriting, the thing is, because I don't know every lender's policies, because every lender's underwriting policy varies. Some people might accept one thing while another might not. Some might be strict, some might be a little lenient. A lot of the underwriting that I've done has been more conservative as opposed to being more lenient. So let's just say 95% of the lenders don't use your utility bill or whatever you're using to report through Experian Boost as a factor. What they might do is increase your debt to income. Let's just say 5% of lenders actually use your utility bill to include it inside their debt to income. With that, that's something that you do run a potential risk, because as an underwriter, you have to mitigate risk. So if you keep seeing a person's paying for all this that's showing on their credit, their auto loan, their personal loan, credit cards, because they're maxed out, and now you're going to throw in a whole bunch of non-traditional credit onto the credit report, it can hurt you because it's going to increase your DTI. And what DTI is, in case you don't know, is debt to income ratio. Pretty much that is a ratio that us underwriters use to determine, do you have money to pay back the loan? It's a very important, like having a good credit score, that's really great, but also your debt to income. Do you have money to repay back the loan? That's very important to us underwriters. So that is something that can also go ahead and happen if you could potentially sign up for Experian Boost and go ahead and have it be reporting on your credit report. It can work against you. So you have something that doesn't increase your chances of being approved for a loan, now can negatively impact you through your debt to income ratio, potentially. Again, I don't know, because again, there's so many lenders that give out loans. You just don't know what they all will go ahead and consider in your debt to income based on what's showing on your credit report. That is non-traditional. For me, I got an edge. So if you definitely want to know, definitely contact me. Again, I've been in the industry over 6 years doing underwriting for different types of credit, auto loans, personal loans, lines of credits, mortgages here recently. So I understand what lenders look for when it comes to approving someone for a loan. And using Experian Boost service, it is definitely not it. I will definitely tell you that. And that is like another reason why not to go ahead and use this service. Like, another one is that they don't tell you what the algorithm is for this. Okay, so you want to promote that this is going to increase your credit, but by how much? That is like always the mystery that's been behind credit, that all these credit bureaus always hide is, okay, well, if you get a late payment, how much is that really going to affect you? Okay, well, if I open a new loan, how much is that going to affect me? Also, we have the information that we have out there, that your payment history, your utilization, length of your credit, your age of your credit, inquiries. We have all that basic stuff that's already out there, but that's not enough to give you an edge in understanding of how to improve your credit. So that's another thing, is that they want to release a product, but it's a product that doesn't even tell you what the algorithm of how much it's going to increase your credit. And for me, like, why waste my time on something that may not really have such a huge factor? And that is something that else to consider when you're wanting to sign up for Experian Boost. It's just going to, there's just not a lot of pros when it comes to, it's just not a lot of pros when it comes to having this product or service. And the last thing that I will say is collecting your information. Here's just now another product and service that can collect more information on you. We already had over 3 years ago, I think it was what it was, but how Equifax got hacked and lost and got their information stolen from, I think it was about 150 million consumers. They got hacked, their credit information stolen. I was one of them. I was very upset over it. It sucked. But there's not really a lot that could be done or be held accountable, or the government really didn't hold them truly accountable for that incident. But again, that's another story that I talk about another time. But that is another thing to consider. This is just more information for these, or at least for Experian, to collect on you and be able to do what is it that they do with this information. You know, I definitely don't want to say, if anything, conspiracy, but we see what happens when information gets collected a lot. Facebook, the whole fiasco they had about selling or giving information to another third party, and what they did with that information. And that's just something that I am never ever going to advise, is just continue giving your information just to help you increase your credit, and not even knowing exactly how much it's even going to increase it. Like, there's no logic to that of why you would want to go ahead and use this service. So there you have it. You saw a pro, you saw a list of cons for this service. So this is the reason why I'm making this video, is to be able to show you that really, honestly, these credit bureaus don't really have our best interest. Because if it really was of the best interest, a lot more information of how to improve your credit and what affects you of your credit would be out there. So again, if you need help with your credit, I am, again, an underwriter, so I know what lenders look for when it comes to approving a loan, and I am a certified mortgage underwriter that can go ahead and help you and increase your chances of being improved through your credit. Just go ahead and reach out to me. I'll put the information there in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.